Okay, day two. All right, today's what, the 19th, 20th, 20th. Okay, so I added some more things. I added my fish peppers. I added my fencing along the perimeter. As you can see, I put some bottles of water next to some plants that are kind of weak that gets dried out and weak quickly because I don't get out here until later to after work. There's the ones you see where bottles are, they're kind of like dehydrated, which is kind of odd because they're kale and greens, and those are really robust. But nevertheless, because I don't get out here till later, if that's a or if it's, you can use that too if you in your own garden. If you work during the day and then you got to come home and do it or whatever, you can't get out there early in the morning. It's best to try to do some similar methods. Last year I did like jugs of water, tipped them over, like make sure they were at a little bit higher so that gravity would work. So just a little bit higher instead of, maybe just an inch or two higher than wherever you were trying to um, add water to, and poke holes kind of towards the bottom, and it acts like a sprinkler. So that's another good idea. But nevertheless, um, okay. So I showed you everything yesterday. But I will say that your tomatoes, tomatoes are very sensitive, so you have to keep them very, 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 very much so hydrated. Lots of water. Okay. I added my Romanesco. You can't see them because they're seeds. There's a seed in my Romanesco, my hook neck, and my fish pepper down there. But that cheddar, I think it was like cheddar broccoli or whatever it's called. That one came out when I came out here, it was looking real sickly. And today is only like 77 degrees, so it's kind of weird. But like I said, oh yeah, I forgot I did do my scallions. I put onions all around the perimeter, all inside out. So I probably have at least 50 onions. That's gonna, at least 50. And my scallions, I got them all everywhere, tucked everywhere. I got some in between the marigolds and everything like that. But nevertheless, I'm done. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all this yesterday. So I had some burlap because I have a lot of fabric, and that's why it's orange. I have a lot of fabric. I have burlap fabric to make stuff with. So I took some of my burlap fabric. I could have went to the store, but I didn't want to. So I'm not done though. But I took my burlap and sold it and made a potato grower, because that's pretty much what you're doing anyway. And as you can see, there's dirt in there. I need to mix the wood chips in, because you don't want it to be exactly really, really, really heavy, you know, because your potatoes will be small. So you don't want them to be deep in the ground. You want the soil to be loose, so you can do wood chips, a mix of wood chips and soil, hay and a little bit of soil, and just mix that in. Like I said, you want it to be very light. So with that said, I'm out 5,000. My mouth's still hurting. That's jacked up. I don't know what's going on. Called the doctor. They was like, "Oh, we can give you some medication." I'm like, "No, what the fuck did you know?" Anyway, I'm out. Yeah.